Welcome to part 2. Let's go back to Henry, the competition pony who has started bolting with his owner. I've brought Pi in as a reassuring influence. In many cultures, young horses do all their early training with a lead horse, only going out on their own when they are relaxed and confident in themselves. These cardboard cutouts were the brilliant idea of intelligent horsemanship trainer Sandra Williams from Buckinghamshire. Sandra's speciality is spook busting and helping horses gain confidence. In the demo, we only used a small section of the many different obstacles that we might use to help a horse.
Because you see, they feel in control now because they're pushing the police lady away. He might touch it with his nose, but that might scare him a bit. They like to touch things when they're frightened. But this is a lovely pony. Look at him. So look, and you guys can see, it's almost like I'd like to pull Pi out of the way a bit, because this horse wants to touch that cow to see if he's going to be okay. You can stop a second, Stu. No, he's not going to. We'll just walk around once more. Do you know what? I think that's pretty good. I think we might stop on that note. You guys will get the idea that there's so many more things. Oh, look. He touched it with his nose. He's so brave. He's so brave.
The fact that Henry touched the scary thing with his nose may not seem that momentous, but this small act has changed the way he will think about future scary things and is a small step to him facing up to bigger things. It is resetting his brain that not everything that he doesn't understand or he perceives as scary will kill him. Our imaginations often make things way worse than they ever turn out to be. Training, and even more so retraining, is likely to need months, not weeks, and certainly it needs more than 20 minutes. So we kept things within the limit of Henry's comfort zone and made sure he had a good experience and finished on a good note. Next we have big cob Billy, who hates the clippers. His owner had already done join up with him, and he didn't hesitate to tell me that he knew about the coming in bit and didn't really need to do the rest.
Yeah, I know. I know you know more about this than I do. Is he licking and chewing? He's read the book.
We are here today because, believe it or not, despite the looks, he hates being clipped, and it's not the noise of the clippers, it's actually the sensation of them on his skin. He used to be absolutely fine. We've had a problem for about 6 years. We think that he had some kind of traumatic experience probably a few years ago. But because he does a lot of work, we're out and about all the time, he gets really hot, he needs to be clipped pretty much all year round. And he gets very, very stressed and distraught. And he's a really honest cob. He's very loyal, he's got a massive heart, and we have a really, really good bond. And so for me to then have to clip him and destroy that bond every time, he takes about 2 days to get over it. So yeah, we're really keen to see whether or not we can get some resolution. If I come to him with clippers, he'll run away. So obviously most of the time he's sedated and he's actually twitched as well, because it's the only way I can actually safely clip him. So he'll run away, he'll shake. The worst we've had is him striking out with his hind legs, and he will barge me as well, so he'll turn his hind into me. And it's all stress behaviour and fear.
On the outset, Billy looks like a big, successful and confident horse. No one would ever think a horse this handsome, who does cross-country, would be scared of getting his hair cut. It seems from his owner that Billy had a bad experience once and now has the opinion that it's always going to be bad, catastrophizing again. I need to teach him that one bad experience doesn't mean it's always going to be bad.
The hardest one is if they can't stand the ticklishness in their coat. Now, I tell you what to do for that. Anyone here ticklish? We're not going to tickle you, don't worry. Okay, 2 of you there. If somebody touches your feet, it's agony, right? Yeah, it's like, but if somebody massages hard, it's okay. This is the same thing. If I touched here and lightly and it's all tickly, I'll do it again. That's really frustrating and annoying. I mean, tickly is almost as bad as pain, really. But don't worry. If you can do it and then massage hard, really hard in there, you can get that ticklishness out. So it might take a longer time to clip a horse like this, because you might clip a bit and then go like that, clip a bit, go like that. Do you see what I'm saying? So these horses are not being naughty, they're not whatever. It's really hard.
Firstly, I start with a teeny plastic bag wrapped up on the end of a bamboo cane to get him used to something rustling on his body. And it's also helpful as a mild distraction as to what else is going on. I open the bag further. It's important to work incrementally. It can be helpful to think of a traffic light system. Red is too much, orange just about right, green is where you want them to end up at. Then onto the electric toothbrush. Look at how he reacted when I put it on him, switched on for the first time.
He's getting a lovely massage and that's off. If you do this a while, it might just be me, after a while you forget whether the toothbrush is on or off. And you accidentally put it on when it's on now, okay.
Horses, well, most of us really, can only concentrate on one thing at a time. So by using the toothbrush and plastic bag, we're distracting his attention away from the clippers. This is like if you're awake in the night worrying about things. Try listening to a great podcast. It will limit the amount of brain space you have available to worry.
Come round again. So there's actually, if you felt there, you would feel vibration. That's lovely. You'd feel vibration going up my arm. Go a bit higher up his ears, Bridge, near his ears, and be prepared to pull that head round. And we can keep him walking at the same time, because that can keep him relaxed. Good. Bring him round, Bridge, keep going. So he can feel that vibration coming through me. Is he not so good with the toothbrush higher? You're all right. Okay. Bring him, now remember he's normally sedated enough for a shire, and we're just showing you the road map. Bring him round a bit more, Bridge. Thank you. Come round. And because what I'm going to do as well, come round a bit more. We'll show people, will be a work in progress, so we can make sure everybody can see. A bit more. So we want those hind legs to cross under, because then he can't be thinking about kicking so much. So I'm here, okay? So then just jump over my watch. So I'm here. Let's do a circle so everybody can see, because this is things that you can do at home. Actually, get a recommended trainer out to start with, okay? Because you get practiced at this, and you want to get practiced at how the horse is going to react. Horse, and he could cow kick or whatever. A bit round, a bit more, because otherwise those guys can't see it. So now I can come in here, okay? So I've actually got the clippers on him. Well, it's a starting point. Do you see what I mean? It's a really good starting point to where you go on from. And then when you do clip him, and I haven't got anywhere to clip here really because you've done it under sedation, make sure you really stroke that area to get the ticklishness out. And that's the way to go with him. His head's coming down now. Just you guys seeing that there, be careful.
Billy's anxiety is slowly slipping away and he's now accepting the clippers. When it comes to Billy being clipped at home, I suggested plenty of short practice sessions, and then the actual clipping should be done in manageable chunks, say 20 minutes at a time. Now it's time to get back to hunky Sinnamon. Cinnamon's owner has told us that he's taken over 4 hours to not load. The demo is scheduled to finish in 10 minutes. But I can't let that bother me. In these circumstances, we have to breathe and remain calm, because it's our responsibility not to pass our stress on to others, and in this case, the horse. He's the one who's facing his worst fear ever here, not me. I need to be strong for him. I remind myself of the work I did with him before the break and have faith that that preparation will have worked. I took him over the board again as a refresher, and then I place it at the foot of the ramp so it's less of a change of footing as he comes closer. I walk on confidently and okay, so he's not going to make it too easy for me. Seeing the horse box has brought back Cinnamon's fears and he's back to his old behaviours. I figure out different angles to ask him forward and then release to show him when he's getting it right. He counters with an extreme backup. Lucky I've been at this game long enough to know a 30-foot line can be very handy. And then we get a rear. But that doesn't work for him. So let's say he figures everything has turned out well today. Why not give it a go? Good boy. The main test at the very end of the day is whether Sinnamon will load into his own lorry.
This way goes again. Yay!
And yes, first time. Perfect. I hope you've enjoyed this footage from the Northington, Hampshire demo. There are lessons for us humans as well as how to help horses. Next time you're feeling overwhelmed, think about Sinnamon, how we helped his confidence by taking things one step at a time. We gave him some time out to think and process. We all need that. Think about Billy. We had to take time to notice what was really bothering him, the ticklishness, and helped him settle down to think about things more rationally. And think about Henry, who when his anxiety gets to a certain level, he'll just run. But with a kind and sensible friend beside him, he can handle things so much better. Now let's talk about you. Remember, when we face our fears, we come out stronger. It's the same with the horses. We've got this.